I am Barbara Jesup, and I've spent over 30 years, mostly in internal audit, public accounting, risk management, compliance. My background is I'm a CPA, and so I spent my time mostly in finance. I also have worked more recently in the nonprofit world. So working with the National Day of Prayer and trying to do some grant writing and fundraising. My last corporate job, I was the only female executive in a group of men, and I was really looking for a support group. I was about 20 miles north of where I used to work when I started working there. And so I couldn't really even take off to have lunch with friends and other supporters. And also, I'm not from Atlanta. And so I really, my good friends were from my church, and my church was even further than the 20 miles from my work. So I was really seeking out a new support group. Also, too, because my church was so far, I didn't really have the opportunity to go to Bible studies and such after work because it's a long commute in Atlanta. So I was really seeking a Christian focus group that was both professional and also one that would help me deepen my spiritual walk. I'd have to say that Arete really has far exceeded my expectations. Anything that has come up, there's just so much wisdom in the women that are in the group that there's nothing that has come up for me that someone in the group hasn't experienced. And I've gotten such great, just wonderful advice from people. And it's just I'm definitely an introvert, and I can say that as a group, they're just so warm and welcoming. I never really felt awkward in joining the group. They've been so kind to me. While I was looking for a group that could support me professionally, I really, and I did want to have the Christian aspect to it. I really didn't expect that some of my closest friends in my life would be in this group. And that I really didn't realize that there would be so much fullness in just my personal life in association with the group rather than just my professional life. I had been in a professional women's group that wasn't a Christian women's group. And I found it to be somewhat hollow. While we talked about leadership, I didn't really feel like we were doing life together. Being an Arete challenges me. It challenges me to be more intentional day to day. I need to be living out my faith, and I'm not going to be, I don't want Jesus to be ashamed of me, so I'm not ashamed of him, right? So I need to let people know who I really am. And for me, that's kind of fearful. So, we got to learn to step out.